David HaMelech, alav Shalom, said to Hashem, Hashem, I have no doubt, he said in Tehillim, I have no doubt that you're going to judge the righteous, the tzaddikim, with an enormous amount of reward in Olam Haba. No doubt in my mind that the tzaddikim have a great reward that's innumerable. You can't count it in Olam Haba. I just don't know if I'm one of them. I don't know if I have Olam Haba. David HaMelech, who's the fourth pillar of the Merkava that carries the Shechina, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, David HaMelech. Mashiach comes from David HaMelech. David HaMelech comes from a convert, Ruth the Moaviyah. Shlomo HaMelech, his son, eventually to now, Mashiach going to come from him. David HaMelech, he says, I don't know if I have Olam Haba. I don't know if I'm a tzaddik. I don't know. He wrote Tehillim, Sefer Tehillim. Our entire Siddur is full of Tehillim. Anyone is in trouble, they read Tehillim. Anyone is sick, they need Tehillim. Anyone has a court case, Tehillim. Anyone has a headache, Tehillim. Anyone upset, Tehillim. Anyone wants to get uplifted, Tehillim. Anything you want to do, Tehillim. Even the Goyim read Tehillim. David HaMelech wrote Tehillim. He says, I don't know if I have Olam Haba. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tzaddik. Why does David HaMelech have Olam Haba? Why does he have Olam Haba? Because he wasn't sure if he has Olam Haba. That's why he has Olam Haba. But in the same generation as David HaMelech, Harav Nissim again, alav Shalom, says in Drasha, in the same generation, there was two Gdolei Ador, heads of the Sanhedrin, heads of the court, the biggest rabbis in the world, Doeg and Ahitophel. These are not like some idiots, murderers. These are people that were heads of Sanhedrin, meaning to be in the Sanhedrin, you have to be able to speak 70 languages. 70 languages. In America, it's considered a skill set if you speak 2 languages. It's considered, you're like, wow, you speak Spanish too. Pirkei, wow, sí. It's like, what do I know? Siete, I know 7. What do I know? You know siete, I know siete, I know disculpa. What do you know? Nothing. You think somebody speaks Spanish, you put a resume. Oh, he speaks Spanish, wow. Very good. That's what? He speaks 2 languages barely, the guy. Sanhedrin, 70 languages. 70 languages. And people always say, oh, no, Rambam, I don't agree with them. Rabbi Akiva, no, I don't agree with them. Do you know that if you are in a generation, if you are big chacham, and you are in a generation of the Rambam, it's not even a generation of Rabbi Akiva. Generation of Rambam is 900 years ago. If you're a big chacham, you wouldn't even be a stool that Rambam would sit on. A stool. Big chacham. A little chair to sit on, wouldn't be enough. Maybe a light bulb, maybe. Nothing. But like, no, I don't agree with Rabbi Akiva. I don't think he understands what he's talking about. I'm not sure if Rashi is right over here. I'm not sure. People always... So now, in the generation of David HaMelech, Kodesh Kodashim, who was not sure if he has Olam Haba. Was not sure. He wrote Sefer Tehillim, wasn't sure if he has Olam Haba. But the same generation, Ahitophel and Doeg HaAdomi, heads of the Sanhedrin, top rabbis in the world. The Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin says, have no Olam Haba. Have no share of the world to come. Doeg HaAdomi and Ahitophel, no Olam Haba. Well, how it start? Lashon Hara. No Olam Haba. Why does Doeg HaAdomi and Ahitophel, why they didn't do tefillin? Rabbeinu Tam, Rashi, every day, do tefillin. Shachrit, Mincha, Arvit, tefillin, tefillot, sukkah. You think they didn't build a sukkah? They built a sukkah. They had lulav mehudar. A trog this big. A trog they carried on their shoulder. You know, they say that Rabbi Akiva would carry his etrog on his shoulder. It was that big. Rabbi Akiva carries a trog on his shoulder. A different part of the Gemara says that one of the tzaddikim would have a lulav the whole year. Not just on Sukkot. A lulav, he would carry it the whole year. He says it's special kedusha to carry the lulav the whole year. He would fight the Yetzer Hara with the lulav. Amen. He would fight the Yetzer Hara with the lulav. So they had Sukkot, they had Yom Kippur, they had Rosh Hashanah, Tefillin, Shabbat. Wait, they didn't keep Shabbat, Chas Shalom. The heads of the Sanhedrin. Heads of Sanhedrin. Gemara says, no Olam Haba. No Olam Haba. Why no Olam Haba? Because they were sure they had Olam Haba. They were so sure they had Olam Haba, they lost the Olam Haba. So confident they have Olam Haba, they lost Olam Haba. Why? They said something they're not supposed to say. Finished. Finished. You know, there were a lot of people that hated David HaMelech. It's hard to understand why anybody would hate someone that Mashiach's coming from him. So they would bother him all the time. They would say, hey, David HaMelech, we have a question, because he was also a rabbi. He's a Gdol Hador. What's the deen for someone that goes with a married woman? What's the judgment in Shamayim? Someone goes with a married woman. He says it's chenek. They kill him with strangling him by hanging him, but he still has a share of the world to come. But someone that's malbin pnei chavero berabim has no olam haba. But someone that embarrasses another person in public has no olam haba. That's how you would answer them. But every day they'd answer him the same question. They don't care that he's saying that what they're doing, they're losing their olam haba. Why? Why they don't care? What, they're crazy? Why they don't care? Because in the Gemara, Masechet Shabbat, page 119, it says there is en adam roeh chova leatzmo. There's no person that sees the rebuke being relevant to himself. When I talk about Shabbat, the guy that's a Mechalel Shabbat that's in the room doesn't think he's talking to you. Doesn't think he's talking. It's like, yeah, it's probably Mechalel Shabbat, Miskenim. Why the Mechalel Shabbat? He thinks he's tzaddik. It's like, no, I keep Shabbat. What do you I keep Shabbat. He doesn't realize he's the Mechalel Shabbat I'm talking about. Or sometimes you talk about Shlom Bait. Talk about Shlom Bait. You tell the guy, you know, somebody's in the room. As a lecturer, the advantage of getting to know your crowd is that you get to know different issues and you mention them in lectures, so you don't have to say it to the guy directly or to the woman directly. It's easier. They hear it in a lecture. It's more likely that it's going to succeed that way. Or you have Siyata Dishmaya, where Hashem helps you. He puts words in your mouth that are relevant to somebody specific. But if the person is like Stonehead, he doesn't understand. You're talking about Shlom Bayit, Shlom Bayit, Shlom Bayit. He doesn't realize it's relevant to him. He thinks, yeah, these people probably have a lot of problems in their life. Wow, poor people. He doesn't realize the whole time it's him. I had a guy for months. He's telling me, you know, I have Shlom Bayit problems. My wife is doing this, my wife is doing this, my wife is doing this, my wife is doing this. Now, I only know his version of the story. So I give him advice based on what I know. I tell him, listen, maybe you should tell her this, you should give her this, you should give her this, you give her this. Sure. Guy comes to you with an issue, you try to give him advice. That's what we do. One day, I talked to him a little more deep, and I let him talk. I just listen, I let him talk. Let it out, you know, sometimes it's good, to mitzvah mamash, to let somebody just pour out their heart. Just let them talk. Doesn't matter what they say, just let them talk. They need to get something off their chest. So I let him talk. But as he's talking, I start uncovering things he didn't tell me before. All of a sudden, I realize the problem is not the wife. He's the problem. He's the Shlom Bayit problem, not the wife. And he tells me, oh yeah, you know, I told my wife this, she did this, and I told her this. And I said to myself, honestly, it was such a big thing. I said, wait, hold on a second. Wait. Can you repeat that again? What did you just say? Yeah, I told her something like she had something bad with her body or something like that. I wanted to call 911. I wanted to call 911 on this guy just because of how stupid he is. Maybe he needs to go to a mental institution. I said, you said this to your wife? You said your wife has something wrong with her body? I wanted to call 911 on him. But the 911, they're going to tell me, listen, people do this all the time. I said, yeah, Hashem Erachem. I wanted to call 911 on him. I was like, this guy's crazy. You belong in a mental institution. You're telling your wife, a woman, she's all heart. All heart. A woman is mamash 100% heart. When it's relevant to a husband, with the world, heart and brain. With the husband, only heart. There's no brain. It's mamash one heart, one big heart. You took a knife, a sword, maybe a machete too, a machine gun, started shooting at the heart. Is something wrong with you? I want to call 911 on him. Like, what's wrong with you? How could you say this to a woman? He goes, why, it's that bad? The tembel doesn't even know he's the problem. The whole time I'm thinking she's a rashayit. I'm thinking, what's wrong with this woman? This guy's such a nice guy. But everybody looks like a tzaddik. Until you find out the whole story. No one sees the problem was with himself. I had a guy send me a message today. I don't know this guy. Sends me a message. And Chag Sameach. And he sends me some invite to some Chabad event or something like that in New York. I don't live in New York, obviously. I live here. So I don't know. I thought maybe he's holding the event. So in return, I sent him a Chag Sameach poster and an invite to the live shiur that we're going to have tomorrow night that he can watch on Facebook Live. He says, in return, instead of, this should be the end of the conversation or thank you, I don't know, end of the conversation really. He sends me back a return. I should teach you MUSSAR. I should teach you MUSSAR. I could teach you all this stuff. Instead of sending me an invitation, you should have said Chag Sameach, because I could teach you. So my reply, I'm not usually a guy that just, sometimes I have to respond. It's my nature. I have to have the last word. It's not good. It's not always good. So I say, you know what? Honestly, your ego is getting in the way of your vision, because the first thing I said is Chag Sameach. And I replied to you the same thing you did to me. But your ego is getting in the way of your vision. You're so upset that I invited you to a shiur, for whatever reason, I don't know what that means, but you're upset that I invited you to the shiur, that you don't want to, you're getting upset. But that's the thing, sometimes people don't realize that they're the problem. They are the problem.